Hello and welcome, this is GFA, and today I would like to find the fastest possible way to get resources in War Commander. First of all, we got the Iron Strike 35 rogue here. There is more than one layout of them by now, and there probably always has been, but this is the one I got here for starters. And my first idea is to use the Elite Phantom I have along with Owls and try to see just how fast we can go. So let's try it out. And I noticed that I don't have any owls. Okay, now I went back into my base and changed out my Furies for my owls, so now I can try again. Let's go. So I deployed all my 14 Night Owls here, along with the Phantom, but by the time that the Phantom reached the base, it's all over already. 21 seconds this time. Let's see if we can go even faster. Alright, I was able to find one more Iron Strike 35 with exactly the same layout, so let's try again and do it a little different this time. I'm gonna try and make the Phantom hit the backline of the base. Let's see if it's faster than the Owls. Not really. Should have aimed at this part of the base. But we were exactly as fast as first time. 21 seconds again. Alright, and we got another Iron Strike 35, again the same layout. This time I will try to target the area between the Academy and the Hellfire Tower here with my Phantom, and let's see if that does any good. And indeed, we were a whole second faster. Wow. Okay. So it seems that the lowest time I can get this way is something like 20 seconds, which I think is pretty decent, considering you get between 12 and 18 million resources. Let's see if this base also has the same layout. I believe there used to be a lot more different Iron Strike 35s, and especially since Kixeye recently removed a lot of the rogue factions, there should be more than one. Yes, now we got a different one. This is very old rogue layout. I remember doing this one with Rhinos, Challengers, Paladins, and with my Warhawks and so on. So I guess there's a lot more spread out stuff here, so this will probably be a little bit slower, but we can try and just see. Almost the same. 23 seconds on this one. Okay, and finally I was able to find another different layout of the Iron Strike 35, the one with the tons of Hercules. And again, this one is kinda spread out, so I believe it will be slower than the first two that we did. But let's just see how it goes. – 26 seconds, so not much slower than the other ones, but not quite as good, and you probably get a bit more repair time on this one as well. Now we got an Iron Strike 30 here, let's see. This is also a kinda old layout. We even got Razorbacks in here. Again, this one is kinda spread out, but it has pretty much the same resource amount that a 35 will have. just a little bit lower chance of rare and uncommon spec ops, which might help you. And this is one of the reasons why you might want to not do Iron Strike 60 resource bases, but instead of 30 or 35. Okay, this one took just 21 seconds as well, and we got over 11 million resources, which is basically just as good as a 35. And now we can take a look at the repair time that we got so far. We have just over 11 minutes, and we acquired about 70 million resources because I was broke before I started doing these. We got the Phantom already repaired actually, and we got just a tiny bit of damage on every Night Owl we have. These are only level 11, so higher level Night Owls will take less damage but probably not do it any faster, because everything dies in just one bomb in this kind of pace. So yeah, if you will repair your air forces after like 2 or 3 rogues each time, it will be completely free repair and you can keep going and going. It's just a little bit boring. So now it took us like 5 or 6 minutes I guess to get 80 million, which is almost enough for a decent upgrade I guess at my level. And now we are gonna try to do one Iron Strike 60 and see how fast we can do that one, and we will get about 80 million something out of it and see how that compares to doing 30 and 35s. Just again have to keep in mind we will not obtain any spec ops doing the 60, so it's not that good if you need those. Okay, so we got 16 and 15 million here and a bonus of 65, that makes 80 million. So that will be exactly the same amount of resources that we got doing the 30 and 35 for about 5 minutes. Each of them only took about 20 seconds, but you have to go from base to base, find them, get there and do them. What you can do of course is use your Titan, use your Sandstorm, and just deploy a few Night Owls, and then you can do up to 10 at the same time if you're fast enough. So you can do that one a lot faster. Okay, let's see. First of all, we need to find a good deploy point for the 60 Iron Strike. Personally I prefer this one, just southwest of it, because I know very well where the mines are in this area, and I can safely disable them using my Growler drones. The mines we will have to watch out for will be here next to the power plant, here in front and behind of the Nightmare, and there's another one here in front of the Napalm, but that's probably irrelevant. So let's go. I forgot to turn off Ruby here, so we got a tiny bit of damage. I'm gonna deploy the Legion drone clones right away, park the Legion and start sniping with Jericho. Combined, the two of these should do the base easily and with a pretty decent time. What I'm gonna do is just let the clones do their job. They already took a crazy amount of damage thanks to the overpowered Hellhounds in this base, so they really do need assistance from Jericho. As you can see, our Growler drones triggered this mine over here while going to the power plants, and then they went the other route and were able to trigger the mines in this area. So now we don't have to worry about any more mines. We already took out all of them in this area. So now we just go with our Jericho using his zombie fire, kill all the enemy units that could potentially already finish off our Legion clones, and then we will move in and just finish the base and check how fast we went. Alright, 5 minutes 21 seconds. And we got just over 81 million resources. So it took us 1 minute 40 seconds basically. And that's the same time as doing 7 30 or 35s. We didn't really took much damage, even though we made the mistake with Ruby at the beginning. That's still free repair. And we used one set of clones to speed it up. You don't really need to do that, but if you don't do it, it's a lot slower obviously. And you can basically do it with just Jericho and the Growler, or using other units. So we go back to our base. We check, oh, we got a rare air doing one of the 1335s, but since it's just Banshees we can just scrap it, it won't help us at all. So yeah, now we can do the math. It took us under 2 minutes to do 160, 1 minute 40 seconds. That's 7 times slower than the 30 or 35. And it took us about 5 or 6 minutes to find and do several 30 or 35s, but doing them only one at a time. And I guess if you find an area with a lot of 30 and 35s, which will not be the case during an event, as you can see the map is completely full with event bases, so it would be kinda hard to find a lot of rogues. So I guess during events the Iron Strike 60 is a good option, or you can look for one of the low level event bases which often have a good amount of resources and are easily done. Outside of events, I guess both options are good. It really depends, do you want to waste Legion clones doing it fast, or do you want to have some spec ops? And I guess both options are completely valid and decent, and that's how you can get a lot of resources really fast, so you can get those upgrades done. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.